Hello and welcome to Sunday Brunch Live. I'm Tim Lovejoy.
I'm Simon Rimmer.
We're joined this morning by singers Tori Amos and Shane Filan, actor and presenter Kel Spellman, and singer and dancer Jay McGuinness. How is everyone this morning? Are you all well?
Thanks. Good.
Very well.
Happy birthday for last Tuesday, was
Thank
it?
you.
What did you do?
Promo. The Guardian.
Kel, it's your birthday on Thursday.
Yes.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Maybe just go out, night out on the town, see where I end up.
Where will you
Where?
be?
I think I'm down here, actually, yeah, because the show will have started, so we're down here.
Down south.
Yeah.
Are you mates in real life? Is that true?
Yeah. We, you and my other bandmate were good close mates, so I saw you a fair bit.
Yeah.
We got a picture of you here, I believe, when you were together. That's
Wait! Oh my God, that was a good night.
You did my makeup.
What do you think? Not bad, am I?
Is this how you go out normally, or was it a special
It was last
occasion?
week, that, yeah.
That's me without makeup.
Oh, OK. And Shane and Jay, you know each other because of going on...
Yeah, my band supported Westlife on your last gig in Croke Park.
Oh, right, OK, yeah.
Huge crowd of really emotional fans.
What was it like?
Lots of tears.
Yeah, it was really... honestly, I've never seen so many people crying.
Was it lots of tears from you as the band as well?
Absolutely, yeah. At the very end, actually, we started crying, yeah. It was 14 years, kind of,
Yeah.
and that was it. You know, so it was a bit emotional singing Flying Without Wings at the end, yeah.
I think that venue there, every kind of gig there seems like it's an emotional venue, never mind the fact that it was such an important one as well.
It was, yeah, it was amazing. It was our national stadium, obviously, 85,000. We got to do 2 nights to finish it off. It was pretty spectacular, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Is the last night of a tour always emotional? Do you find it emotional?
Oh,
Tori?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you do. When you finish any tour, it's kind of like, you're a bit sad that it's over.
When you wake up on Monday morning, you're a normal person again.
That's it, until the next tour.
But without your crew.
Yeah, without
And
yeah.
you're only as good as your crew.
Yeah,
so when the
that's true.
crew guys are gone, and ladies, when they're gone, you're naked.
Yeah.
No. You love your crew.
You don't have security anymore. You don't have someone cooking you dinner.
You don't have the
Yeah.
catering.
No.
You don't have the catering. The
Yeah,
catering.
yeah, but you don't have your sound guys. Well, actually, I do. I married him. Sorry, guys. But somebody told me, screw the pop stars. Marry the engineer.
Kel, you've just come back from Singapore
Yes.
this morning.
Yeah, London.
How on earth did you get through security with all that metal on you?
Listen, it's put a lot of practice in, but I've kind of got it down now. I can whiz it off quick time. Boom, through, gone.
You have to have like...
Then put them all back on again.
But then, if I do forget, it is a nightmare. You know, when you start getting all flustered, looking behind, go, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. But it's all right.
How was Singapore? Did you do any shopping?
No, I didn't do any shopping, although that kind of is a big part of Singapore. But it was fascinating, really. It's a
Well, I
really
think we got a
interesting
picture of
place.
you because you were off the beaten track. There you go.
Yeah, that was in a little island just off Singapore called Pulau Ubin. It was a mission to get to. I had to get buses, trains, and a little bumbo.
Right.
But I got there. So that was kind of really interesting. That was kind of old Singapore, I'd say, and then new Singapore is just... It's quite beautiful, very clean, and also very modern, very
You
forward-thinking.
get fined for dropping chewing gum.
It's very clean. It's the
Yeah.
cleanest city in the world.
Yeah.
Literally the cleanest city.
And
if you put chewing
the
gum on,
smoking
yeah.
as well is literally only in designated areas, so it's kind of no one smoking anywhere.
So not even kind of outside anywhere, it's got to be a
Yeah, kind of, you see there's almost like a bin that'll say you can kind of do it there.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
It's great. And you,
What's a bumbo?
What?
Oh, a bumbo?
Yeah.
It's kind of just this kind of tiny little bowl with one kind of guy on it who you're paying $3. Kind of not much going on really, apart from his little
Bumbo.
thing at the back. You're just getting across the island.
So you jet lagged now?
I don't know. We'll see how the next few hours go. I might start going delirious.
Jay, we hear you've got a good tip for jet lag. Is this true?
Well, I always think if you have to stay awake, make plans so that you can't get out of. And I feel like you've done that. You have to be awake.
But the best place to be awake, really, so...
Yeah. Is it true that you always stay on Irish time?
I tend to do that, yeah. I don't fight it at all, so I go to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning every time I go to Asia. I just got back from Indonesia last week, and it's the same thing. If you're not tired, don't sleep. And when you're tired, and then I get up at 2 o'clock and go have breakfast and do the gig. And then I come back for breakfast and go have dinner at like 12 o'clock at night, but it's only 6 o'clock in England or in Ireland. So.
That's making me more tired, just the thought of that.
It's great, though.
Have
It's
you got any
great.
jet lag tips?
Rock. I just rock.
Just rock. Okay, that's the way to go.
There you go.
You're about to start a European tour, aren't you?
Yes.
You feeling ready for it?
No.
She's jet lagged.
And Jay, you're doing rehearsals for Rip It Up at the moment. How's that going?
That's good. It's been really intense. There's a big cast of like dancers that are all like jiving and swinging around. But it's really fun. Like the music's so upbeat and lively. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we'll talk to you more about that a bit later on. Yesterday it was National Dog Day, a day which celebrates the contributions dogs make to our lives.
You celebrated it, didn't you?
I did, yes. I had a bone to celebrate it. So I was trying to think what dogs do. They eat bones. So for today's call out, we want pictures of your weird and wonderful dog. Send us a photo of your brilliant, unique dog and tell us why they're great. Shane, you have 2 dogs, Harry and Miley. Which one's which?
Miley is the white one, and Harry is a new pup that I got about a year ago now. Well, it's a big dog now. I had a dog for 12 years called Holly, a brown Labrador, and she died sadly last year, so we got a black one. Kept the H, called him Harry.
Kel, you've got a dog called Bella. Let's have a look at her. Have we got a picture?
Oh, beautiful dog.
Gorgeous. Oh, she's a little beaut.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Bella, she's around Marana. She's around 7 now, yeah, so.
Cool. Oh, you understand, Tori, you got a studio dog, is that right?
Yeah, Pete, the studio dog. He's an American kid because England was out of the World Cup, so he needed to support somebody.
Perfect.
Supported the Yang.
You answered some of yours already. First up, this is Rachel from Scotland and enjoys a game of hide and seek with her pooch Honey. That's a good picture.
What kind of dog is that?
That is a pooch.
Tired dog.
Leslie's Boston Terrier Betsy goes to great lengths to avoid the rain. Yeah, our dog doesn't like the rain. Our dog hates the rain.
What's a dog? A dog doesn't like the rain?
Yeah. If it's really raining heavily, open the door and Callie, our dog, will go, not bothered, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, where does it go to the toilet then?
Well, out in the garden. Might kind of nip out into the garden, but we don't want to go for a big walk.
Okay.
It's a very in-depth question, Timothy. And Sue says dog Ted has excellent table manners. See, the dressed-up ones we like, don't we? And the
dog's
gallery
that,
love
Simon?
those. That looks like a Bichon Frise.
Sunday Brunch or Sunday Brunch at channel4.com. What's on the menu today?
There are a million people now texting to go, it wasn't.
What was the little one in the pram?
Yeah.
What was that?
Under the pram. I don't know.
French
It's a
bulldog.
pug, I think.
Pug?
Use my
Pug. Or maybe a French
Right.
bulldog, yeah.
What were you
a small one. Jay is first in the kitchen. We're doing a cauliflower biryani salad. Then Cal helps us make spicy chicken and pickled watermelon on toast. That's delicious. You're going to make that today. That'll be the one everyone will make. Tori then helps us make cod with parmentier potatoes and butter sauce, which is really, really delicious. And at the end of the show, Shane helps make unicorn rainbow lolly ices.
Yeah, man.
Look at those.
Now you're talking.
And today's guest chef, if my life wasn't chaotic enough at the moment, Clodagh McKenna is back. And she'll be bossing me around to make summerberry trifle.
Yeah. All that, plus we're trying food from Azerbaijan with Olia Hercules, and science writer Marcus Chown tells us if there are space bears on Saturn. Rock band The Amazons will be here and performing live at the end of the show.
After the break, Jay's making cauliflower biryani salad. See you in a bit.
And watch that Thursday at 9 on Channel 4. We're now joined by chef and writer Olia Hercules, also joining us Tori, Shane, Jay and Kel there. Olia, what have you been up to since we last saw you?
Traveling a lot in the Caucasus, doing my research, just released my second cookbook, getting married.
So you're getting married?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your book. Which one was it? There you go. So you're getting married. When are you getting married?
December and then July again, to the same man.
What?
Two weddings. A little one and the big one in Georgia.
Wow, interesting. Have you sorted the catering for that yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, but soon.
Okay.
The big one is in Georgia, so it's going to be.
So where's the
sorted.
first one?
Is in England. Yeah,
Okay.
the little one. Yeah.
All right, so what are we going to discuss today? Food from the book or?
From Azerbaijan and a little bit from Georgia as well.
Okay, so tell us about food from Azerbaijan. What sort of food is it? How is it?
So it's kind of sandwiched between Iran and Turkey, well, with Russia kind of on top as well. But it's beautiful, the flavors. There's loads of fresh herbs, loads of plums, but also this amazing thing called kurjuk, which is fat from this sheep with a really big bum, fat rump sheep. and it's really delicious. So they even like spatchcock chickens and cook it in lamb fat. It's delicious. It's really interesting.
So you cook food in it, you don't eat it?
They actually make kebabs with just the fat because it doesn't melt. It becomes really crispy. You know when you get a lamb chop and you get the really, really crispy.
nice.
So that's it. That's your
Has anyone been to?
Now you're talking.
Has anyone been to Azerbaijan?
No, never, no. Sounds interesting.
It's cool.
So it's a food diverse because it's quite a big country. You know, you've got coast and you've got a load of.
Oh yeah, of course. It's regional, like any country really. By the Caspian Sea, they eat a lot of fish. They even eat fish, like dried fish with watermelon and bread together. So good.
Well, you've just done
And
that.
up north, it's chestnuts and walnuts. And...
Why did you choose to focus on food from Azerbaijan?
I've got a family connection to the area. One of my aunties is Armenian, but she actually grew up in Azerbaijan. And we traveled there 30 years ago with my mom and dad and my brother in a ladder from south of Ukraine through Georgia to Azerbaijan. So I decided to repeat the journey and kind of do a gastronomic tour as well and write about it because they're relatively unknown and it's so cool to bring it to Western audiences.
Great. Okay, we're going to try some today.
What are we starting with then?
Okay, so this is mintajika is Georgian, so it's a garlic, chili, and mint paste. But I made a little bruschetta with a little bit of goat's cheese and white peach. So it's just like a really cool canapé, I think.
Okay.
Kind of packs a punch. You know, canapés can be a little bit bland sometimes, but I think this one really gets your juices. I know you hate goat's cheese.
I know, but you've told me I'm going to like this, even though I don't like goat's cheese.
That's lovely. Amazing.
Mouth-watering.
Yeah, amazing.
Not a fan of goat's cheese.
Next time,
The rest
I
of
will
it-
get you there.
The rest of it is delicious, but the goat's cheese.
That's really delicious. So what's to do? What's the
The
flavour?
paste.
Yeah.
It's literally just loads of salt, mint, green chili, and garlic. It's like a wet salt, basically. You should use it sparingly.
That's nice, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Those flavours are really fresh, though, aren't they? Those are really
Yeah.
lovely. What do we think of that? Are we all fans
Yeah,
of
really
that?
nice.
Delish. Like a cheese and a fruit.
Okay.
Absolutely. Along, Jay.
So there's a lot of fruit, actually. Fruit and vegetables mixed together, like with the... So this is a Georgian thing called chap khali. There's a lot of guttural sounds in the Caucasus. But it's beetroot marinated in a spicy plum sauce, almost like pickled in a plum sauce called kimali.
That's really nice.
Yeah?
Tasty.
I've had people who hate beetroot and they were converts, so...
I
yes.
really
that
like
train.
that.
Yeah?
That's
Yeah, I'm
great.
not a big beetroot fan, but I'd eat that.
Oh, fantastic. Yay! Go Georgia!
That's a really unusual flavour, isn't it?
There's a little bit of this thing that they called ombalo, which is squaw mint in England. I think it grows wildly here as well. I've just had a little bit of dry, but if you don't have it, you don't have to use it. A little bit of coriander and cayenne pepper works a treat as well. And marjoram and mint if you can't find this particular mint.
I really
Yeah, I
like
just
that.
think it's really delicious.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That's
Yeah, I like
delicious.
that.
Very good.
Cool.
Okay, so fine. So our third one, and grab one, ladies and gents. Timothy, one for you.
So this
Is it a good place to travel to visit for a holiday type?
It is, yeah. It is. Yeah, with Azerbaijan, it's. I'd recommend going to the Iranian border to Lankaran. I think it's. This is where this dish comes from, actually.
Right.
So this was a revelation to me because I've never eaten aubergine cooked in butter. So this is
that's
aubergine cooked
so
in
good.
clarified butter, tomatoes, garlic, and it's all of the ingredients that we have here. So this just shows how adaptable it is to the UK. But it's unusual, isn't it? All of the ingredients that we know, but put in a way that. And if you have leftover with pasta, it's amazing. So yeah, adaptable.
That is good.
That's lovely. Yeah. The pasta, that.
And I'm loving all of your reactions. Keep going.
Yeah.
Can I get a bigger bowl?
So chuffed.
That is
Thank you.
so nice. That's really, really nice.
That's just slow cooked.
You just cook kind of sliced garlic in clarified butter, then brown your aubergines. You can, if you can't find the small ones, you can just slice aubergines, big ones. Flavor some tomatoes. If our tomatoes are out of season, just use tinned tomatoes. A little bit of herb on top, and
Go for seconds.
That's it.
It's really unusual
like the
taste.
best day ever.
Everything that we're eating is meat free. Meat wise, what kind of things would we have?
Oh, Azerbaijan again. Back to the fat ram cheap.
Yeah.
Loads of lamb. So quite a lot of kind of Turkish style, almost kebabs and stuff. Quite a lot of meat. But you know, people eat quite a lot of vegetables as well because obviously we shouldn't really eat meat every day, and that's how it is in those countries as well. It used to be a treat, and so the vegetarian chapter is actually the biggest and my favorite, I think.
These are great. All right, so we're going to finish with something sweet. So again, let's just grab one and pass them down this end. So what are we having for our
So
sweet
this is
treat?
called kata, and it's ubiquitous, actually. They got versions in every Caucasian country. This one is from my auntie, who's Armenian, but as I said, she grew up in Azerbaijan, so who knows where it comes from.
Thank you.
But it's super buttery. I added a little bit of sesame seed and pecans because I love pecans. So that's just my addition. But it's really nice with tea. It's like
really
just
nice.
super buttery kind of biscuit.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Really nice.
It's like the lightest biscuit I've ever eaten.
Almost.
Good.
Is it bread?
It's a healthy biscuit.
Right.
So I have a little story. My aunt Tamara, who's Armenian, back in the kind of late 50s in Azerbaijan, made the dough. So you make the dough, put the filling in, roll it up into a sausage, and then leave it to rest, and then cut it and bake it. So she came to the sausage stage, covered it with a towel, put it on this special dough board that her husband made for her. The kitchen's too small, so she puts it on a chair, covered with the towel. Her chatty neighbor comes in, chat, 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 cooking lunch. Her husband comes in from work, makes himself a cup of tea, sits on the chair.
Nice.
Nobody clocks, he leaves, she opens the thing, no time to make a new batch, so she just like baked it with this flat sausage, and it was still delicious. So just saying, if you have a disaster in the kitchen, if you sit in it, it'll still be tasty.
It's not this one, is it?
So good.
Really quickly, choose your favourite dish, Jay.
This one here.
The aubergine.
Buttery.
This
clear
one
butter
definitely.
Oh, the buttery aubergine.
This definitely.
Aubergine.
Oh, I've got.
Yeah, that was really.
I'm going the aubergine. That was absolutely delicious.
Aubergine's amazing. I feel greedy picking more, but it's fantastic. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you. Lovely to see you. After the
Thank you
break,
very much.
guest chef Clodagh McKenna makes summer berry trifle.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Saves a massive load of time rather than making a custard with the sugar or with the egg yolk.
Why are
and the
you
sugar.
trying to take my idea and make it yours? Like, I'm over. So I'm a massive fan of like adding mascarpone and custard and vanilla. It saves me so much time. Like that's my recipe.
I forgot for a minute that you invented cooking. I've just forgotten
I'm only
briefly
kidding.
for one
But
second.
in all seriousness, you love rose water, right?
I do love rose
Yeah,
water.
you love rose water. So rose water and that.
Yeah.
Over like meringues and fresh berries on top.
Yeah.
So guys, are we all loving this layer? So I've just put a little bit of lovely British, if I was in Ireland to be Irish, obviously, but British, good whole fat cream. If you're buying any dairy, buy full fat. Try to get organic. Try to buy from the farmer's market. All my lovely messages. Eat it clean. Okay, so loads of berries on top like this. And then you put it, look how fabulous that. Tori, do you love this?
Love it.
I love your music.
Love you too. And you only have to ask me once, honey. You only have to ask a girl once, and I will deliver.
Do you ever get the impression
Thank
that actually
you.
Clodagh's unaware sometimes she's saying these things out loud, that she thinks some of them just being said in her head, and then she realises that come out of her mouth. Oh, hello.
Why do I keep coming back on this show? Anyhow, here we go. This is the moment. Are you all ready for it? Folks at home, are you waiting for this? Trifle goes into the fridge and it comes out in an hour and you have... Look at this, baby! Amazing. It's all over my Instagram account.
I want to try some of this stuff here.
Here we go. No, isn't it so beautiful? Do you like
Right,
it?
are we serving this, or will people just dig it in?
Oh, no, please, go serve it.
Oh, am I
Say hello to
serving it?
Tori
Oh, sorry.
Amos. Hello, lovely
Silly
Tori.
on me.
I'm gonna try yours.
Please do. Okay, dig in. The recipe is up on Sunday Brunch. Channel 4 Sunday Brunch. For all of today's Sunday Brunch recipes, head to the website channel4.com/Sunday Brunch. Simon.
Hold on one sec. Let everybody taste it. How's that? Delicious?
Amazing.
We're passing it down. I'm
Yeah.
dying to know.
I'll take it up. I'll do it for you, Shane.
Clodagh, it's your link there.
Oh, really? After the break, we're chatting to Kel and celebs go ding matchmakers. Go on. Nadia Essex and Eden Blackman. See you soon.
Channel 4's coverage of the Belgian Grand Prix straight after the show at 12. We're cooking now with Tori. Now, before we move on, we were discussing Cornflake Girl earlier. Huge song, but there was also another huge song which you did with Aman Van Helden, who remixed Professional Widow. How did that? We're going to play it in a minute, and everyone will remember it. How did it come about in the first place?
Well, a guy called Johnny D, who is this amazing guy at Atlantic Records at the time, wanted to put a lot of the songs out to different DJs. And he sent Professional Widow to Armand. And then it came, I listened to it for the first time on the bus after a show. We were having a margarita party. And so it started thumping, you know, blasting, and we started doing some bus surfing all the way through the Midwest till the morning.
And did you realise immediately that it was going to be a special record?
Well, I love the record, and he's so talented, but you don't know. I mean, you don't know, guys, do you? You don't know that you're going to have a #1.
You hope.
You hope,
If
but...
you did know, then,
Yeah.
you know.
OK, let's have a look at it. Here you go. That was huge, wasn't it? Yeah. It was huge here. Was it huge worldwide?
It did pretty well.
It's just it's such an amazing song, isn't it? Because it was such a big time. It lasted forever, didn't it? It was like, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
OK, what are we cooking? How's your cooking, by the way? Do you cook a lot?
No, I make sandwiches, and I know that might be funny, but a good sandwich, good toasted sandwich.
Yeah.
A good sandwich is brilliant. I think there's very little. If you have a really nice sandwich, it puts you in a good mood.
I hope so.
Always. Well, we're doing a bit of cod with a lemon butter sauce. A piece of cod, bit of lemon. Then we've got wine, butter, cream, and some more lemon. Yet more lemon, peas, and some spinach. Then we're going to make a pesto. We're making pesto crumbs. So we've got olive oil, basil, Parmesan cheese, some pine nuts, some garlic, and then brioche crumbs. So you use brioche with the chicken before. Brioche when you make a crumb to go on top of meat or fish. Because you get a little bit of sweetness in it, I just think works really, really well. So first thing we're going to do is make the pesto. So, Tori, all you need to do is literally chuck everything in there, but use just about half that olive oil. Pop it all in there and blend it. Meanwhile, the sauce, the starting point with the sauce is just white wine that we reduce down quite quickly. And what I like to actually, in the real world, is I would actually bring this up to the boil, then bring it down, rather than going into a hot pan. But that's, by the by, that's just chef chat nonsense. And this is just a really simple pesto. So, you know, the pesto is basically exactly this. So you've got the cheese, you've got the basil, you've got garlic, you've got pine nuts, and then olive oil. And the amount of olive oil is up to you. Just do a little half of that to get it going.
Great. Fella?
Yeah, that's it. And then that way.
This way?
Yep.
Okay. Yay!
It's fine. I could be our lucky basil. I'll keep that in my pocket.
Lucky basil.
Yeah.
Basil.
Yeah. So you see, as that starts to come together, and we break it down from just a drop more oil.
Okay.
And because you've got quite unstable ingredients, even though, you know, the restaurant line will say a specific amount of olive oil, sometimes the cheese will take more oil, take a little bit less.
Okay.
So gauge it by how you want it to be. That'll do. That's beautiful.
Have you started dancing in tracksuit bottoms and shoes yet, like you always see on the...
No, I think that'll probably start this week. I've been in tracksuit bottoms and trainers this week, but
Not shoes.
I am going to start doing that this week.
OK, have you been fitted for your shoes?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, they're shiny.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're properly shiny.
Tracksuit and shoes, you spend a lot of time like that, 13 weeks.
Not a great look, but it gets the job done.
But I think it's a bit like if you wear a uniform for work, the first time you wear it, you think, oh, I'm a bit embarrassed by this. But then when everyone else is doing it, it just becomes the norm.
I like it, yeah.
Sorry, all of that into there,
Yeah.
and then add 3 big spoonfuls of our brioche crumbs. Meanwhile, back here, as the wine begins to reduce down, you want it to come down quite a lot. You want it to get down to about a quarter of what you actually started with. And then keeping the heat on high, we add our cream into there, and we start whisking. We add our butter into there.
Now, Tori, there's something I didn't know about you until last night, actually, that you used to be in a band. That's where it all started for you. You were,
Yes.
You were in Why Can't Tori Read?
Yes, with
which
Matt
was-
Sorum from
was your-
Guns N' Roses.
Which is your
Yeah.
band, and you had an album out which was successful.
It bombed.
Did it? Oh.
But, you know, hey-ho. Thank goodness. Because it would have been a different life. As my mother said, you would have never gotten out that bustier, hun.
We've got a clip. Do you mind us showing a clip?
Okay.
Go on, here we go. Let's have a look.
Gotta make more money, gotta get the faster than the rest. Knock 'em off the ladder if they even seem to stand a chance. The big picture, gotta be white cloud. The big picture.
Good stuff, yeah. Is it true you're re-releasing that?
Yeah, it's almost 30 years, so it'll be in November.
So you're re-releasing it?
Yeah,
You were in a 6-album deal, weren't you?
with an option.
Right.
So that means it's always the record company's option. They know. It's never your option.
They can drop you, but you can't drop
Oh,
them.
no.
Yeah, okay.
Or you never record again. If you leave before your option's done.
They hold.
They
key
hold.
to you.
They hold all the. You can't divorce them. So if you want to try and record with somebody else, they can make it so that you can't record again. You see, that was the whole issue with Prince and George Michael and what they were going through.
Yeah.
So this sauce, we reduced the wine, we added butter and we've added cream, and you whisk and you whisk and you whisk. And again, I'm doing this really, really quickly. Take your time with it, bring it up to the boil, keep whisking gently, and what happens is the butter and the cream thicken. So you end up with just a really lovely, simple butter sauce. And then once you've got to... that's not too bad. We turn that off, and then we add some lemon juice into there. And you get this lovely, gentle, lemony butter sauce. Yeah, turn that back on again. And what you get is just a really nice, gentle flavour that works with the fish. So, Tori, into there, 3 big spoonfuls of the brioche crumb.
Now, I understand that you live between LA, Florida, Cornwall, and Cork. Is that correct?
New York, not L.A.
New York,
The other, yeah.
Florida, Cornwall, and Cork.
Yeah.
4 homes.
Well,
How do you decide which one you live in when?
well, my husband's British, so you know it revolves around Arsenal season. I know. And when they don't win, life
Which
is
is
really
often.
well. Life is not very good for moi. You know.
It's going to be unhappy
So
today, then.
arson, it's on you, mate.
Do you think Arson should have stayed?
I can't get into that. Divorces.
So that gives us our crumb. Our sauce is done. Then what we have, with our fish, we've got plenty of salt and pepper on there. And I like to drench the fish, because we're just roasting this fish. It's not going anywhere near a pan. Loads and loads of lemon juice on top of it. And then simply spoon some of that mix onto the top, so you're covering the fish. Try not to get it down the sides. You're always making like a pretty little top. Because now it's quite pliable. It's almost like modelling clay, because the breadcrumbs have gone in. The other ingredient we've got are our potatoes. We've just cubed some potatoes, and we've roasted the spuds off with a little bit of butter and a little bit of oil. Into that, we add some spinach. We add some peas.
You're going to have to get your timing better for the dancing, mate.
And we add a bit of that. That goes in, that goes in. And we stir that around. So this is lovely. Just these peas and potato are quite delicious. And then we spoon that onto the plate. This goes with anything. You know, we're doing it with a bit of cod. This with a lamb chop, with a pork chop, with some sausages works beautifully. And then we have our fish, and we have our cream sauce that we'll serve separately. So you can add that to the potatoes whenever you want. And the fish, thank you, Timothy, sits on there. That's what you get, is this lovely, delicious bit of fish. And then the lemon butter sauce over the top. Have a little dig into that. It's quite lovely. So the cod is beautiful because that's creamy, and then you've got all of the kind of pesto flavours on there. Then the butter, the cream, the spuds. I mean, it's posh fish and chips, really.
That's amazing.
Good?
Nicest thing so far today.
Best so far, that'll do for me. Ha! You've gone now, Claude, haven't you? All of today's 100 recipes. Head to the website, channel4.com.
Oh, the trifle.
After the break, we're trying martinis with Tom Cole. See you soon.
Welcome back to Sunday Brunch Live. We're still joined by all our guests. Is everyone having a good time this morning?
Having a great time.
Has everyone eaten enough?
Wonderful.
Nearly.
I'm full up. What are we making for pudding?
We've got just a little light pudding for you, Tim. You don't need to worry.
What is it?
We're doing ice lollies for pudding.
Iceland, perfect. Okay, yesterday was National Dog Day, so all morning we've been celebrating your weird and wonderful dog.
Yeah, a few more from you lot. Helen from Liverpool says the humidity plays havoc with miniature Pom Oscar's hair.
Cute.
That's cute, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Little bear.
We could hold those for our calendar this year, you know, our
That's it,
topless
yeah.
calendar.
That'd be it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll drop you a line to get Oscar's details. This is Lisa's dog Spud, who was a new breed called Melancholy.
Hey, nice.
They're like not mine, that's good, but I might claim it. Pumba is very health and safety conscious when he's on site with owner Gabriel.
Good, yes. Hi,
Yeah,
Bruce.
get that. And Jay will want to wish happy birthday to Milo, who belongs to his bandmate Siva.
Yeah, that's Milo.
Cool.
Is it his birthday today?
It's today. He's 4.
The dog.
The dog.
Happy birthday, right. Do dogs celebrate birthdays?
Anyone else got a dog who wants to say happy birthday to? Send them in, we'll do that in the last part of the show. In just a moment, we're trying martinis with Tom Cole, but first, it's a show everyone's been talking about. This is an exclusive first look at the new series of the Great British Bake Off. Really, really pretty.
Oh, you've only got 3?
Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you can eat them with the chocolate not solid. It doesn't really make any odds. And equally, if you don't want the chocolate on them, you can just do that. But they look pretty. They look really, really nice. That whole kind of rainbow thing, I think, is a really nice thing to do.
Sorry.
And it's Manchester Pride this weekend, so the whole kind of rainbow is a great thing to have as well.
Not good for the lipstick, though, not gonna lie.
They dry quite quick. The
How good?
chocolate goes really, obviously, because they're
Really quickly, yeah.
unbelievable.
Nice.
As lolly ices go, Simon.
Amazing.
Nice lolly ice.
Yeah.
My favourite lolly ice I've ever had.
The only one I've ever had.
All the freedom of the city of Liverpool.
Okay. Do we all like this?
Huh?
Amazing.
I mean, I haven't got any other lolly ices to compare it to.
I didn't think it was, it's yummy.
It's amazing.
It's
Right,
the custard
thanks
thing
to
that works. Sorry.
all of today's guests, Shane, Kel, Tori and Jay. We'll see you here next Sunday at 9:30. Stay tuned for the Belgium Grand Prix, which is on straight after us. Play us out with Ultraviolet. It's the Amazons. Have a great week. We'll see you all next
Stay up.
Sunday. Bye.
I